My name is Gary Holloway, and I started GMH in 1985. When I first started the business, real estate was not what I envisioned as my dominant business. And I was very fortunate that our first deal was a real estate deal in Penn State, and that really launched us into what became our career.
In the early days of my time working at GMH, it was a smaller company, very entrepreneurial spirit. In larger companies, you just don't have the same opportunities to be exposed to leadership, to be given personal ownership and independence to work on projects and learn like you can in a smaller company.
When I began working at the company, it was 1997, 98. So we had all different food groups. We still had office, we had retail, we had multifamily, we had student housing, we were getting into military housing. So the company was at its growing point.
The initial public offering allowed us to grow at a tremendous pace. When we first went public, we were the only public company that was both involved in student housing and military housing. At the time, we were the largest student housing company in the country, and we became the largest supplier of military housing in the country.
I think what enabled GMH to be so successful is the innovation and true entrepreneurship of my father and the team that my father and mother created throughout this. Given that freedom and opportunity to think outside of the box and not just be a follower, it was, you're here, you're part of the company, you have a brilliant mind, bring ideas to the table.
The 4 pillars at GMH are experience, innovation, growth, and family.
They're all essential to our success, and they all work hand in hand, and a lot of them feed off each other. Experience will lead into growth. Growth leads into innovation and finding new sectors. But if you don't have the family behind it, none of it works.
You hear companies talk about a family atmosphere, and I think that GMH is the true definition of that. Every staff member feels like family, and the amount of support and commitment that creates within the culture is really special.
At GMH, your opinion matters. Doesn't matter what position you are in or what role you play, you're a value to this company and you're a value to our team as a whole.
I think that as our industry evolves, so does our team, so does our property and the lifestyles we curate.
Between all these things that are in the pipeline and everything that we have to look forward to, it just brings so much excitement and so much joy around what the future of GMH looks like.